Hi everyone. Hey, I'm Sir Lim. So hereby today is the lesson for Form 4 students, Form 4 AddMaths students, and we are going to learn indices, surds, and logarithms. I believe that indices is familiar for you, but not for surds and logarithms. So today we are actually to learn surds. Then indices and logarithms I will put by the next lesson. So today we are going to learn surds. Okay, in surds, take out your notebook and ilmu bakti, because your note in your notebook, and then the exercise, I will get the exercise from ilmu bakti. Okay. So later on, I will distribute the homework for all of you, including for Science 1, for Science 2, and for A1. I will present Puan Wu and Cikgu Shah here in order to teach you this lesson, but make sure that every one of you have to solve all the exercises. Okay, I will follow up with the teachers as the chief of the panel of AddMaths. So here I give you the lesson about surds. Okay, so first take out a notebook and write down the notes for surds. Alright, the first concept that you are going to learn in surds is square root A. Square root can be written as 2 is equal to surd A. This one I believe that every one of you have to know this concept since that you learn it in Form 1 to Form 3. The second concept that you're going to learn is, let's say, surd A multiply surd B. Multiply. Surd A multiply surd B can be written as surd A times B. In the meanwhile, vice versa, square root A times B can be written, and we have to separate square root A multiply square root B. For the example, you can write down the example. Square root 40. I can write square root 40 as square root 4 times 10. Why I put 4? Can 4 be square root? Right? But 10 cannot, is it? So square root 4 means square root 4 multiply square root 10. Square root 4 you get 2, is it? Then this one is square root 10. So I can write 2 square root 10. So it means that square root 40, I can use this concept and I form like this. Because later on you have to use this concept to solve certain questions. Is that okay? So simply write down as your note the third concept. For the third concept is square root A multiply square root A is equal to A. So I show you with these two examples, but actually it's the same example but in two methods. Method 1. For the method 1, I can prove that square root A multiply square root B, square root A, you will get A. And how to do it? Square root A multiply square root A can be written as square root A, you got 2, is it? But they are multiplied each other. So let's say 2 times 2, I can write 2 power of 2, 2 square. That means that square root A multiply square root A, I can write square root A square. So square can be delete or remove with roots. So I will get A. So square root A multiply square root A, you will get A. Okay, as these notes given, this concept. Then the second method to prove this one, method 2. Square root A multiply square root A. Okay, I can be write now this one. I give you one example like this. Sorry, not this one. Okay, square root 4 multiply square root 4. Okay, and then by using this concept, I can combine each other A times B, as long as the root is same. So I'll get A times B. So 4 times 4, 16. Is it? Then square root 16 means what? Square root 16 is 4. So you can see that square root multiply another square root with the same number. So I'll get 4. 4, 4, 4. A. So that is the second method to prove it. Is that okay? Now, concept number 4. This concept actually is quite brand new for you. That is, we are going to eliminate surds in denominator by using the concept of conjugate. So what is mean by denominator? Okay, let's say you have a fraction A over B. So B is denominator. Okay, so kita nak hapuskan pembawa yang ada surds. Yang ada surds bermaksud yang ada root lah. Okay. Okay, how to eliminate surds in pembawa ataupun denominator is we can use the concept of conjugate. Later I'll show you what's mean by conjugate. Okay, so let's say for this concept we can use this one. 1 over square root A minus square root B can be written as, you see, you have roots in denominator. So means that there is the surd in denominator and I want to eliminate this root. And how to do it? So I'll show you right now by using conjugate. What is mean by conjugate? Okay, square root A minus square root B, we can multiply square root A plus square root B. Square root A plus square root B. Now you see, this one is multiply 1 actually. Because square root A plus square root B over square root A plus square root B, you get 1. So actually it doesn't infer anything. But this one is so-called conjugate. Conjugate is minus, the quotient is minus, then you put positive. Wherever the quotient is positive, then you use minus. Minus positive is conjugate. Minus positive. Okay? Okay? So now, at this part, square root A minus square root B multiply square root A plus square root B. Atas darab atas, bawah darab bawah. So square root A plus square root B over square root A minus square root B multiply square root A plus square root B. Dia akan jadi macam ni. Okay, then you can see 2 bracket, 1 minus 1 positive. This one is the same element. This one another same elements. So what should we do? Square root A plus square root B, just rewrite for the denominator. But for this part, square root A square minus square root B square. Okay, how to make it this one become this one? Okay, I'll show you right here. Do you still remember not? A square minus B square equal to A minus B, A plus B. Is that this one familiar for you? Right? So you can see 1 is minus, 1 is positive. Pair of A, pair of B. So I can write A square minus B square. So now you see, minus, positive, a pair, another pair. So I can make it become minus. Okay, you squared it, you square this one, and you square this one. Okay, now, okay, this one is quite important. You can just repeat and see this video. Okay, so for the next step, this one doesn't infer anything, just rewrite. But here you can see square root and square. Sudah potong kan? Tinggal A. Ini minus. Ini potong, tinggal B. Nampak? Square with square root, square with square root. Okay, a minus b. Now, at this part, you see, denominator tak ada surd lagi. Okay, surd sudah hilang. So the concept, I repeat, conjugate. Eliminate surd in denominator by using conjugate minus positive. So first, at this part, square root a minus square root b. I can put another thing. This one equal to 1. Surd a plus surd b. One is minus, one is positive. So you multiply each other, and you can see that by using this concept, then square root a square minus square root b square. So a minus b. That's it. Here is the notes given. Okay, so since that there should be no problem, we will go to our examples. Now take out your exercise, chapter 4, ilmu bakti. Look at exercise 4, the example. Okay, for the example for this question, the question require you to, given that square root 2 multiply square root 3 bracket square, you have to generalize. Okay, so what is mean by generalize? Dia ada satu maksud yang lebih mudah, permudahkan ataupun simplify, lebih kurang macam itulah. Okay, so now in order to solve this question, so I simply write down the question first. This square means this one 2 times. Okay, now this one they are multiplied to each other, so means that square root 2, ataupun saya tulis macam ni lah. Macam ni. Sebab dia multiply each other kan. Bracket means multiply. This one multiply, semua multiply. Okay, so this square root bracket means multiply. Okay, so this one same element, pair of it. If you look at this one, concept 3, square root a multiply square root a equal to a. Okay, square root 2 multiply each other, you get 2. Square root 3 multiply square root 3, you get 3, then equal to 6. That is your answer. Okay, so let's say you confuse, never mind, I write down here. So first you place this one each other, same element, square root each other, multiply, then you will get 2. This one will get 3. Bracket means multiply, 6. So there's example 4. You can pause this video and then you do the example, the exercise 4, all of the question in exercise 4 by using this concept. Okay, so now I proceed to the next one, example 5. Okay, so for example 5, now you can look through the question. Yeah. Okay. For example 5, there are 2 questions, square root 45, question A, question B. You need to simplify. So I start over with question A, square root 45. Now, this one square root 45, I can use the example, the notes given. Look at this one. square root 40. I can make it become like this, 4 times 40, 4 times 10, because 4 can be square root 4 is 2, right? So this one, you not have necessary to make it actually can be square root. So 4 times 10, then square root 4 times square root 10, then 2 square root 10. Okay, do the same thing for this example. Square root 45 means 9 times 5, because 9 can be root. So square root 9 multiply square root 5. Ini boleh pecah sebab cikgu guna concept this one. A times B actually can separate, become this. Okay, so square root 9 is equal to 3. So this one is square root 5. So 3 square root 5 is your answer. 3 square root 5 means 3 times square root 5. Okay, kalau square root 5, this one 3 is a small number. This 3 is a small number, so means that this one is so cube root of 5. Tak sama tau. Ini 3 bermaksud multiply, ini 3 bermaksud cube root. Okay, now question B. For question B, 2 square root 50 minus 3 square root 2. So for this one, you do the same thing for this one. 45 is 9 times 5. Then 50 is what? We can use 10 times 5. 10 can be square root, not 5 can be square root, not cannot, right? So you use next, maybe 25 and 2. This one is try and error, because let's say 50 you can write 10 times 5. Ini tak boleh square root, ini tak boleh square root, so ini out. 50. What else? 25 times 2. 25 boleh kan? Ini 2 cannot, tak apa. One of that can be find root, then should be okay. So I use 25 times 2. This one 2 cannot be simplified anymore. So square root 25 is equal to this one. So square root 2. Pecahkan. Square root 25 is 5. 2 times 5, 10. See, this one, common factor, 10 minus 3. Square root 2, you take it outside. Find the common factor, you should know, right? So 10 minus 3, 7 square root 2. Here's your answer. Seven square root 2. Okay, that's the example 5. Okay, so I go to next example. Example 6. So now you can look at example 6. Okay, example 6, we are going to use conjugate. So 10 over square root 5. Question A. I have to simplify. So this one is denominator. Denominator ada surd, so kita hilangkan. Question B. 3 over square root 5 minus square root 2. So 10 of square root 5. Just now, you want to form a conjugate, so means that you want to simplify or eliminate the surd in denominator, so you can multiply denominator. This one equal to 1, right? So square root 5 multiply square root 5. Betul? Nampak tak? Atas darab atas. Atas darab atas. bawah darab bawah. So ini is bracket square. You can refer to the notes before. So I'll show you before. Square root 5 square 10 over 5. 10 over 5 equal to what? 2. There's your answer. Okay. Now it goes to question B. 3 over square root 5 minus square root 2. You got surds inside. This one is minus. Okay, just now I show you the example. This one. Ni. So kita boleh guna darab denominator conjugate negative positive. So 3 over square root 5 minus square root 2 can be written as 3 over square root 5 minus square root 2 multiply square root 5 minus positive. 1 is minus, 1 is positive. Square root 5, square root 2, square root 5, square root 2. Ini bawah, atas sama. Okay. So this one is 3 outside. Multiply square root 5 plus square root 2. This one combine. This one square root 5 minus square root 2. You multiply square root 5 plus square root 2. 1 is minus, 1 is positive. So the next step would be this one remain unchanged, but this one negative positive. Guna konsep ini. A square minus B square equal to A minus B, A plus B. Okay, minus positive. Square root 5 square minus ini minus, so I put minus square root 2 square. After you simplify, square root with square, square root with square. 5 minus 2, 3. 3 over 3. So that is your answer. That is the example 5. Not that difficult, right? So actually you can try first. Now once after you're okay, we'll proceed to exercise 7. Exercise 7 actually is K-bar. Okay, so and then you have to combine all the concepts. Okay, the question: given a trapezium A, B, C, D, (90°). This one equal to this one. D is square root 20, A is square root 45 plus 4. So find the area of trapezium in simplest form. Okay, and how to find it? So that is your question. Find the area of trapezium. How to find the area of trapezium? Trapezium means what? The area. This one actually you learned it before. A, B. And this one is H. Area of trapezium is 1 over 2 A plus B H. Right? A plus B is parallel. A and B is parallel to each other. So 1 over 2 A plus B bracket H. So you do the same thing. Means what? This one square root 20, right? So and this one equal to this one. So AD also is equal to square root 20. So now 1 over 2 A plus B parallel to each other. So you have to plus this one plus this one and square root 20. 1 over 2 A plus B H. The area equal to this one. So first, I just rewrite like this. Okay, so here now I just rearrange it. So here is the things that I am going to get it. So now square root 20, square root 45, square root 20 macam tak ada apa-apa hubungan kan, no have relationship to each other. So I try to make it semua ada benda yang sama. Square root 20 means 5 times 4. Square root 45, 5 times 9. Ada 5 kan. Ini square root 4 get 2, square root 9 get 3. So hilang roots. So tinggal square root 5. Tuh, ini pun buat benda yang sama. Square root 45 is 9 times 5. Square root 20, 5 times 4. This one remain unchanged as 4. Now, square root 4. Boleh ya? Ini pecah. Square root 5 multiply square root 4. Square root 4 is 2. So, okay or not? Okay, I go to next. Put a bracket. Square root 9 is 3. This one is 5. 5 times 4. Square root 4 is 2. Plus 4. Okay or not? Okay. 1 over 2 and 2. Three square root 5 plus 2 square root 5. Common factor is square root 5. So it's square root 5, 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. Ini tambah ini ya. Common factor. Ataupun saya tunjuk common factor. Square root 5 taken out. 3 plus 2. Ini dapat ini. Okay. Three plus 2 is 5. Okay. So now we multiply inside. Dia macam ni tau. 2x plus 2. 2x plus 4. Darah masuk. Ini pun sama. Darah masuk. Square root 5 multiply square root 5. What is that? Square root 5 multiply square root 5 is equal to 5. Right? Then plus square root 5 multiply 4. Jadi macam ni. Okay. 5 times 4 is 20. And then this one 4 square root 5. That is your answer. Area of trapezium in the simplest form. Cannot be simple anymore. Can you see? 5 here. How to get it? Becomes even smaller. Cannot be, right? So that is your answer. This one is a little bit difficult. So I hope that for example 7, you have a look once again and once again until you can understand. So area of trapezium is 20 plus 4 over 4 times square root 5. So here is your exercise. I require you to do exercise 4 until exercise 7 for now. Next week I will give you another exercise. Now you do exercise 4, 5, 6 and 7. Later on I will ask your subject teacher Tuan Shahir and Puan Wu, and you have to do the exercise in textbook. I believe that for science 1 student is actually scared to do the textbook questions, but they one is very useful. I hope that I can learn a lot from the textbook. So that's all today. Enjoy the online learning. So please stay at home. Thank you.